when I was in Boy Scouts, we used to do it all. It was like every other weekend. I was in a tent. Things start to be taken away. I have made peace with the fact that it's not coming back. This is loadout, bro.
This is actual loadout. Like, and this dude's out here. He's really about it, and he's really out here trying to live. We live. Just wait for some people to get on. If they do. They don't know well. You know what I'm saying, bro? Kind of weird talking to yourself with nobody here. But I actually do it all the time on YouTube, so we'll see how this goes. So I'm actually going to be... welcome to the Put Work In podcast, guys. Right now, it's just me, Carson, coming on. Soon, he has parental duties. Peyton Franklin coming on later. He said something about a naked work meeting or something. You know how that goes. But Cookie is asleep. His schedule's off. So, downside about his schedule is anything can throw it off. But I do not wish that upon anyone to have the night shift. Of course, somebody has to work the night shift, right? I can see them shutting down factories overnight, but you can't shut down like hospitals and police. You got to have those. So for me, I feel like the key to any schedule is just consistency. So even if you're on nights, you have to just stick to that schedule. But most people that are on nights, they're going to be at least one day a week they're staying up all day and flipping schedules. And I feel like you lose at least a day or two just from sleeping to catch up or whatever. So, not optimal at all. Humans were not created to stay up all night, but whatever. So, you may notice I actually have a new light. I don't know if it actually matches the light right there, right now at least. I'm going to actually link that light. I have a list of things I want to go over. And talk about, but that light back there. So I'm going to go ahead. It's an LED. It's like 4 inches. You can probably see it, but it's super bright. And it totally used it in my last YouTube video. And it totally improves the setup, the way it looks back there. So actually, my setup currently, I have a lamp right here that's super kind of white light. And then I have a lamp here with the just colored lights that flash, you could tell. So, which this lamp also has regular bulbs in it too, but I keep those off for the podcast and videos. And then I have the LED, which is new. This is the first time you're seeing it, I think. And then right here, I have, at this angle, I don't think you can see it, but a lot of times you can, a ring light, which is just to basically feel like, I don't know what you call it. I'm not an expert. But I'm actually going to link my lighting setup. And it's not actually, I don't have the ring light in there or this lamp, but the LED, and I have another light. This big old thing is a softbox. Came in like a week ago. It actually came in probably last Saturday before the snowstorm came in, which I really want to talk to the guys about the snowstorm. But, which is really where this list I'm putting in the comments come from. This is some things that I just purchased and have purchased recently. And if I'm honest, if you click these links, I'm going to get a commission on it. But these are actually things I've ordered or bought. So this is I'm going to show you this stuff. But this softbox is going to go on the light. It's going to go right here. It's going to replace this lamp. It's going to help my lighting setup a ton. Hopefully, May make it worse, may not, but I highly doubt it's going to get worse. I'm using a lamp right now. If this was acceptable, everybody would be using this $5 bulb instead of this $300 worth of lights. So let me find this other page and we'll put it on there. I'm going to put it in the comments. Click that, and anything you order within the next certain hours, I will get a commission off of. At least I think that's how it works. But yeah, so actually, I'm going to go over some of this stuff here. But I actually went to Walmart today, and the camping section at Walmart is underrated. Literally underrated. I went to Dick's Sporting Goods store, right? That camping section sucks. Currently. Now, if it improves, I'll change my mind. But Walmart is underrated with the camping stuff. Like, I had a lot of this stuff in my cart on Amazon, and it was at Walmart. Some of it was on clearance. So I'm going to go over that. But, so recently, I don't know, probably most of the United States just had ice. We had ice here. Snowstorm, winter storm, whatever. Snowmageddon. The camping section was like obliterated. Like it was like almost nothing in stock. They have a lot of like cooking stuff there, like stuff that you would use to camp and cook without power. So I figure that stuff's probably pretty decent for when if your power goes out, which we were expecting it to go out. Well, I mean, not expecting it, but being prepared because further north, there's we're kind of in that area where the climate, we don't get a lot of snow, but it will get below freezing and it will precipitate. So a lot of times we get a lot of ice, and then snow melts and becomes ice. So it's been a week and it's been here. Didn't get very much snow where I'm from, and we've had I swear it was like this much ice, and it rained again, it froze. So everybody's been, stuck in the house for a week. What have y'all been, if you're listening right now, what have y'all been doing, to pass the time this week? Because I have recently got back into playing some Call of Duty with Trevor. Got him on the Warzone. It's a good game. Add me on there. But got into that. One thing I realized when I'm sitting here locked in, which I already knew this, these babies, these boys, because when I'm focused, I'm focused. I can have tunnel vision. They will go through all of these drawers. I have IKEA, I think Alex drawers here. 5 drawers on each side, full of stuff. They will literally go through all of this, throw it everywhere, and I'm just like, bro, it doesn't matter how many times I tell them no. They'll even stand on the drawers, whatever, get into it. And I finally was like, man, I'm just going to get, because we have some locks on some of our drawers, magnetic locks, which I've linked that below, which if you have a kid, this is the key. Literally. Magnetic locks. They're not an eyesore. They go on the inside of the drawer, and you have a little magnetic key. You put it somewhere where only you could reach it, and it opens the drawer. So I don't know why I haven't had these drawers locked, because I have so much stuff in there that these kids do not need to be in. But up until recently, they haven't really messed with it. Carson said he's been doing a bunch of nothing. He's doing the parental duties. He said, did I get a tent? I haven't told him I got a tent yet, Carson. But I did get a tent. Did I get a tent big enough to fit the homie and small enough that the homie has an excuse to cuddle? There's always an excuse to cuddle. I mean, we can just say it's cold or something. Yeah, everything I actually bought today at Walmart. I have some more stuff I'll probably put in the YouTube description. But I ordered, over the past week. Actually, it was before the storm. It was 3 days before the storm even got here. So a week and a half ago, 10, 12 days ago. In the middle of it's not gay if it's under 32 degrees. Exactly. You got to, you can't be getting frostbitten. But I ordered a everyday carry flashlight because recently I did an everyday carry video. You see my light. Go to my channel and watch it. But if you see my light, it's super thick and like not good for everyday carry. And I think somebody recommended one. I don't know. Carson sent me a link to something on this, to some ear protection. Shout out to Carson. And I didn't get those ear protection, but I got some from that site. I can't remember what it's called. Midway, something like that. Midway USA, something like that. They have all kinds of outdoor gear. But I got some ear protection because I don't know about y'all, but like for me, growing up, we used to shoot guns all the time. Never had ear protection. Never had a problem with it being too loud. And started shooting guns again like this past year and like blowed my eardrums out for like a week every time. Get ear protection. Highly suggest you invest in your hearing. Carson's gonna be in here like a pin square in 2 minutes. So yeah, I got some ear protection, got some ammunitions for target practice, and got an EDC flashlight from Midway. I don't have any links for that in here. I might put it in here. I'm thinking like in my YouTube descriptions to put my everyday carry and my like desk setup and all that. But yeah. And I was gonna buy a bunch of camping supplies, but I hadn't got around to that yet. I actually found a lot of it at Walmart today. I got a flat this morning, so there's actually 2 instances where I was an asset to my family today. Manhood, you know what I'm saying? It's a joke, guys. Take the joke. But yeah, I had to change the tire this morning, and went to Walmart. It said that the auto care center was open. I was like, but it's Sunday. It wasn't open. So I was walking around, because Rylan wanted to go. He went with me. And so I ended up buying a bunch of stuff. So there's that. But instead of buying a tire, I bought camping gear, which is a necessity because Burden Society Forge is coming up. Look, stay tuned. We actually are full. We didn't get 10. I think we have like 7 or 8, maybe 6. I decided that's probably enough, right? But if you're still interested, message me, get in contact, because we, max 10. That's our hard cutoff. But if something happens, we get somebody else that wants to come, we'll allow it. We're in the final planning stages. We'll probably end up planning for the next 2 months, but it's actually going to be March 2nd. So look forward to content from that and more advertisement on the next one, because this is not something we're trying to do one and done. We're trying to do this forge 3-4 times a year, because we want to build a community. We want to make better men, and it's not just going to happen once. So yeah. Yeah, so I ordered the lights. I still haven't got those. And all that. Just a bunch of stuff I ordered. I haven't got. So just stay tuned. My lighting setup's coming. And I have it linked below if you want to upgrade your lighting, Carson. It's for you. But yeah. So I actually got this. This is my Walmart haul today. I got a stove for camping, Ozark Trail. I actually could not find this one. Here he is. I cannot find this stove on Amazon. Oh, he's watching the pod. I hear it. But I linked one that was very similar. So this right here, you hook it up to a propane or butane tank. And like a little one that you can carry in a backpack. And you can boil water, cook food on it. It's good. It says it's ideal for backpacking and camping. Show and tell, guys. It looks like it's pretty legit. It has an actual storage case with it and all that. But yeah, I had one of these in my Amazon cart, and I just couldn't not get it right. I got a Sawyer water filter. It's actually the mini, but this thing can last, advertised, up to 100,000 gallons. That's like forever. These things last forever as long as you don't let them freeze. So the key to that is if you're in the cold, let it sleep with it. Like put it in your sleeping bag with you. And that way it doesn't freeze. There he is.
I was having some technical difficulty.
Yeah, man, I'll give you a technical foul.
How's my levels? Check. We good?
You pretty level-headed. I was just talking about how I was going over my Walmart haul from today, but the camping section at Walmart was like wiped out.
Yeah, you said there was nothing there.
Yeah, but they had there was stuff there. I guess during the winter storm, everybody thought that the power was going to go out and they weren't going to have water and stuff, so they just went ahead and stocked up on camping gear. Because
there's need a tent if the power goes out.
Yeah, well, the tents were there, but like all the like camp stove supplies, they had like 2 of these left, and they had 2 filters left, and I think they had 2 of these left. Which this is purification tablets, so if you don't have the filter, you can just throw this in there. But or you could actually boil your water, which a lot of people are having to do that. But if you don't have power, how are you going to boil your water? A fire outside? How about stay out of the wind? Get you a camp stove. Link in the description.
Is that propane?
It's propane or butane. This one is.
Oh, okay. I gotcha.
Depending on, I mean, you can get camp stoves just like this for like $100. But this one was like, I don't even know how much it was. I think it was like $20.
You can get a solo stove for about that much. It's a smokeless fire pit, and it doubles as a grill. Jokers are pretty nice. I've been looking at them.
This is just the mini, but this thing lasts up to 100,000 gallons. You need to look into getting some of these, bro.
My body built different. I just drink it.
Just drink it.
I ain't scared of no dysentery.
Yeah, dissing who? They ain't dissing me.
Yeah.
And I got these tablets. But yeah, this stuff would come in handy because I was really before the storm got here, I was gonna buy this stuff, and then I was like, well, yeah, what are the odds I actually need it? Now I could tell everybody else bought it, and I actually got a 2-pack of lighters. Rylan actually opened this up. He didn't read the label that said "keep away from children."
Yeah, that's his fault entirely. Yeah. Bro, I went and visited my mom in Batesville today, and like downtown Batesville looks like nothing ever melted. It's a skating rink, bro.
Yeah, bro, I was slipping and sliding all over her road.
We got out of the car in my mom's driveway, and I went right to the ground.
Dude, it's so slippery right there.
Yeah, it's tough, bro. Ours is almost gone up here in good old DeSoto County.
For real? Well, y'all's road apartments are probably better.
I don't know. We're kind of off the interstate, not in town, but it's not terrible.
They didn't. Well, your mom's road is like one of the only one. Well, our road and your mom's road haven't been. They didn't like.
No, they haven't touched it at all, bro.
But they plowed the streets next to us. So as long as we get off of my street, I'm good.
Yeah.
But I had a flat this morning, so I was kind of worried about that. But also asset activities number 2, trying to fix this dryer. So Carson's stepdad came in clutch. I had to go get the multimeter. That's why I was at your mom's house.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Bro, it was crazy, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was slippery and slidey. We were going sideways on there.
Yeah.
Hey, bro, I got our steaks for our camp out.
Heaven, yeah.
That's why y'all sent me $40 a piece. Pay for steaks. Y'all thought y'all were getting ribeyes.
I ain't done nothing.
No, I was just kidding. Y'all were supposed to send money for ribeye steaks, and I got y'all camping steaks.
Facts. Money well spent.
But I also got this right here. A tent. I'm ready to go set it up.
Do those things specify how big the person is that it's talking about?
It's probably like an undersized person. I think.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember right that when we went camping last time, Cookie's tent was either a 2-person or a 3-person, and it was tight.
Yeah, it's enough for one person.
I mean, we were 3 rather large dudes, but it wasn't a problem.
Was it you, Cookie, and Frankie in there?
Yes. And Frankie didn't bring any camping supplies because he was gonna come camp, and then he decided he was just gonna come and hang out, and then he decided he was gonna stay. So we actually shared 2 sleeping bags, Don't ask.
Yeah, I need to know the arrangements on that.
We just laid them flat, and it was so hot in there, but then it was so cold, and we were on a hill. It was rough. And then me and Cookie got up because we were like, forget this. It's time to get up. It's like 4. And then Peyton was out there waking the trees up. He was snoring so loud.
Dude, I don't think I've ever had a good night's sleep in a tent. Like when I was in Boy Scouts, we used to do it all. Like, it was like every other weekend. I was in a tent. I don't remember having a good night's sleep.
I've only camped in a tent one time. That was it.
That time?
Yeah.
That's how it is every time.
Yeah. Well, I look forward to it.
Yeah.
It was fun, dude. I had a great time.
We looks like we got a bunch of no-shows tonight.
Yeah, we've had even more last week when nobody showed up. It was I'm glad. Well, I'm glad we're here. I'm glad we had that double portion podcast. Look out for part 2 of Taylor's podcast coming out tomorrow.
I think that was one of my favorite ones.
Yeah, it went on for like 17 hours.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to remember what I was going to say.
Of your line. There we go.
You stuck?
Yeah, bro.
Oh yeah, I had a tent growing up, but I always camped in the living room.
I had a tent, and if I wanted to camp outside, I just slept in my treehouse. My dad built a really cool one when I was a kid, and yeah, that was pretty legit.
Too legit.
We used to have a camper that we went camping in.
We had campers. Multiple.
Yeah, we went glamping.
I had it once, but I did a lot of that. Never any tent stuff. Frankie said he had a meeting that was going to put him behind, but he's coming.
He naked right now.
Yeah, so he's probably, that's what I said, he's probably naked.
That man don't make sense, bro.
I don't know if you heard it, but I think I'm going to do like an everyday carry section in the descriptions. I'll put like all my everyday carry items, but here's one of them.
Yeah.
I'm going to put one of these in there. You want to debate about holsters?
Sure, I'll argue with you.
You were like leather, and I was like, no, Kydex.
So, I have since changed, but not entirely. It is in my personal opinion that a leather and Kydex hybrid holster is probably the best one because, in my experience, leather is more comfortable. It kind of contorts to your body, but you kind of sweat a little bit. But it's easier. It's easier on your skin, depending on where you're carrying.
Does the gun contort to your body?
No.
Okay.
My rubber gun.
Yeah, your toy taser.
But they make it's a leather sheet, and it's got a mag space, and then the gun holster, and the holster for your weapons actually Kydex. It's some kind of combo system or whatever. I forget what they call it, but if I had to get one, that's what I would get.
Tesla hybrid.
Psalm. Bro, did you see the AR mount that I sent you?
I think so.
Yeah, so it mounts to the wall, and then
using the
mag
magazine
well just slides over it.
That's pretty cool. Would it be easily accessible for a grown man?
Yeah, I mean, well, I guess you have to just put it high, bro. Every year, move it a little bit higher.
It just holes in the wall.
Yeah.
That's how you tell how tall he is.
All right, you put your hands up. Put it back there a little bit somewhere, and you could have it on display.
I don't know. You can't see it, but like this one is like rather empty.
Yeah.
I don't think it would fit there though.
I gotta open you up. I can't see you. Hold on. Okay. Yeah.
But you can't. I don't think it's long enough. Make it figure. But he gets up there.
Like he just be climbing.
Yeah, he climbs up there and plays with stuff that's on the top. So I don't know.
That's crazy, bro.
What if I just put it in my lap?
Why don't you just carry it?
Yeah, open carry.
Yeah.
What is the?
Go ahead.
I was like, what is the? I think we talked about it. We didn't talk about it on here. If anybody's watching, they know we don't have I don't know if we have any viewers, but if anybody's watching what's like the law? Because you see a lot of people running around when there's like protests and stuff, open carrying AR-15s. But
Is that like an
that's,
everyday thing?
I'm trying to figure out like if that's legal, but like
Let's
it
Google
kind
it.
of makes sense though. I mean, if you
Let's
can
see.
like if you're going to use the AR-15 for self-defense, wouldn't you have to have it on you to be able to use it? Because I mean, you think about Kyle Rittenhouse. I mean, if you're in like a place that's martial law and like just riot zones, I feel like that's basically a war zone anyway.
Yeah.
So you might
So
need your EDC AR-15.
I don't know how credible this site is, but it's like a big state law archive. It's called Giffords.org.
Mm-hmm.
And it says, the question is, can I open carry an AR-15 in Mississippi? And the answer is, Mississippi does not regulate the open carry of firearms in general. Nonetheless, Mississippi does prohibit any person who has or is carrying a deadly weapon from exhibiting it in a rude, angry, or threatening manner in the presence of 3 or more persons. That
Oh,
is
but in
so
two, it's
specific,
okay.
bro. Yeah, 2, you can just be like, "What's up, player?"
This don't count.
Yeah,
Somebody walks in the room. Oh. I do not.
yeah.
They do have it in the law that your firearm has to be holstered, whether it's open or
It has to
concealed.
be partially visible. Put it in your shirt. But so it's actually funny that you brought that up because what I was going to say is that we watched a movie the other night called Queen Pins, and long story short, these 2 women come in a lot of money, and one of the things they end up buying to make it not look suspicious is like a massive weapons cache so that they can sell it. And they sell it to this like group of skinhead guys in a coffee shop, and those dudes just walk in a coffee shop with ARs slung on their back. And I was like, hey, I wonder if we can do that.
I mean, I see videos all over YouTube of people doing it. Even in
Yeah,
Tennessee, like I would think you'd at least need a sling.
yeah.
I feel like if you have it in your hand, it's just at the ready.
Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty 2A, but I think I think if you're gonna everyday carry an AR, that might be a little too much.
I mean, it's definitely not practical.
Yeah,
But I mean, everyday carrying a handgun is not always
it's not.
practical,
Yeah, it's not
not
always comfortable.
comfortable.
Yeah,
But I mean, I mean, it's the right. You got a right to do it. It doesn't mean it's the best thing to do. But just go back to the Kyle Rittenhouse thing. Like, I mean, he was open carry. I mean, you can't conceal carry an AR-15. So he
no,
was
bro, it's out
carrying
there in the
his
open. Yeah,
AR-15. It made sense. You'll see, like, and even the topic that I want to hit on, that bill, that's kind of like what they're referring to is people that do that.
oh,
Not complete, because the people that are mentioned, like the Proud Boys, I don't know anybody. Like that's all the only group I can remember. But like those militias will just like they'll do their everyday stuff with an AR-15 strapped to their back
yeah.
because it's their right. And
Look at me
obviously,
making a cup of
there are people
coffee.
that actually they are in a militia, like
Yeah.
so.
Yeah, but the problem is that when you like make these laws or when you make these bills to hopefully have a law in their mind that are like geared toward just one specific group of people, you end up screwing everybody else over because then
Yeah,
there's less stuff we can do. It's it's definitely not a good
yeah.
look for the future.
That's what I always, it's something that a principle that I always like. You're trading safety for free, like freedom for safety.
That's always been the case in the
Yeah,
United States. It
seatbelts.
became yeah. Well, it became very prevalent with the Patriot Act after 9/11. They had a good excuse temporarily to tap people's phones, and it was supposed to be persons of interest, and it ended up being
They are
just
interested in
everybody.
everybody.
Yeah, and then it was passed from Bush, and Obama kept doing it, And then I'm just going to go out on a limb and say they probably haven't stopped. You know?
Why would they have? Who's going to hold them accountable? Nobody.
Yeah.
I think, like, America is not, we might be the freest, but we're not free anymore.
No.
They keep pushing these laws that are just further taking our rights, and you'll hear people that are, you know, like pro 2A, we're like trying to get our rights back. You know, we need to be. It's not gonna happen. They're trying to go the other way.
Yeah, once it's gone, it's gone. Especially with
And
that bill
yeah,
that they're trying to put
they
out,
don't
because
give
was
rights back.
no, bro. Well, this was part of the conversation we had the other night in our group chat. Is that it's like all of this stuff is being designed to move the goalpost further away as we get closer to it. Just when you think, hey, I'm complying legally, following the rules, I'm perfectly legal in what I'm trying to do right now. It's like the next thing that comes out, they change the rules up, and you can't possibly keep up with it.
Well,
You know,
it's kind of like they want to ban assault weapons, which AR-15s are not assault rifles.
mine's a tool.
AR-15s are just semi-automatic rifles, right?
That's what I was trying to
Good for
explain.
pig hunting.
Yeah, so Megan's family, they're not real big gun people. They don't know an awful lot. Her mom's actually like scared of them. But both her mom and her sister, because I showed them when I finished building it, I showed it to them, and they were like, "Hey, is that an assault rifle?" I was like, "No, it's just a semi-automatic rifle. It's just the same as if you had a rifle like a regular old deer hunting rifle. It
30-06.
was semi-automatic. Yeah, it just looks scary."
So even like with that, like say most mass shootings or whatever were committed with a handgun. Like Virginia Tech, I'm pretty sure it was with handguns, and they're trying to get rid of AR-15s. That's gonna solve, that's gonna solve the problem of active shootings, right? When it
Yeah,
doesn't solve the problem, they're gonna go for the handguns. When that doesn't solve the problem, they're gonna go for your single shot 22
your
and 12
musket.
gauge and your musket. And before long, you're going to be looking like Europe trying to regulate
Stab
knife
everybody.
sizes.
Yeah,
It's not about the weapons. People that want to kill somebody are going to kill somebody. And I'm going to keep hitting this point, but like killing people is already illegal. It's not legal just to shoot somebody unless it's in self-defense.
yeah.
Even then, people get arrested.
Yeah, because you run into the excessive force stuff, so they can even regulate that. It's it's definitely a slippery slope when things start to be taken away. I have made peace with the fact that it's not coming back.
It's not coming back.
Yeah.
And there's certain laws. So we could talk about this as stuff that's illegal, but it's not, it's constitutional.
Yeah.
Like they just making up these rules.
Yeah, like
These
the
side
whole
ABCs are making up really like the pistol brace stuff that came
Yeah,
through.
well that's what I was about to say it's like, "Hey, I want to get a rifle." They're like, "Okay, it has to be at least this long." And you're like, "Well, what if it's shorter?" I'm like, "Oh, you're going to go to prison." But if you make it even shorter, you're fine. Just don't put it on your shoulder.
It's so stupid, bro.
Like, it's retarded, man.
Yeah. They're just trying to make it
It's,
harder for people to own guns.
yeah, it makes no sense.
It makes no sense.
Goofy.
Stupid.
Yeah.
Dumb. So we could kind of, I guess.
You want to dive into the bill?
Yeah, go over the bill. Like go over those screenshots you sent. That's good highlights. So I sent this article. It's about it's like called the paramilitary something something something.
I get it in just a second. We've been active
Bring up
today.
the Second Amendment.
It is where did the title go?
So here's a good rule of thumb for me.
Okay. Chapter 125, unauthorized private paramilitary activity. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, so a good rule of thumb, like if you're gonna form an opinion about something, don't just read a news site that just you're automatically going to agree with or disagree with. see both sides of the story because the picture is going to be painted completely different on the other side.
Yeah.
And even after reading the way that, like a liberal media company put it, I was still like, this is not good. Like, even the stuff they were saying, I was like, they didn't even paint this. They didn't paint it anywhere near acceptable.
No.
And a lot of stuff, a lot of these rules and bills just get slipped through the crack. They throw it in a huge super bill with 1,500 things in it.
Yeah, they try to sneak it in there.
Like,
They try to
you
get one
approve
over
mine,
on
I'll
you.
approve yours.
Yeah.
But go ahead, give us some highlights. What is this bill?
All right, it is Preventing Private Military Activity Act. And the term that they use for private paramilitary organization is any group of 3 or more persons associating under a command structure for the purpose of functioning in public or training to function in public as a combat support, law enforcement, or security services unit. And then there are some exceptions in it. Let me pull that up. So what is excluded from this act is
when it comes to laws and stuff, you have to be very careful about the language they use and how they can twist that, because lawyers and people that are coming after you, they're gonna do their best to get you any way they can.
Yeah, it's all semantics, bro.
Yeah, it's like, oh, that one word, bro. You kind of like that one word. So that whole thing applies to you.
Yeah. So what's not included in what's not prohibited in this act is a group of individuals who associate as a military organization for historical reenactment, a parade in public with no intent to engage in activities prohibited by subsection A. I wonder what that is. Students in an educational institution authorized by the federal government or a state to teach military science, so like your ROTC and stuff like that. Members of an organization that is authorized under federal or state law to provide paramilitary, law enforcement, or security services training, engage in the activity, blah, blah, blah. Basically, your private contractors, your security contractors, paramilitary contractors. And then the penalties for violating this act would be if nobody's hurt, there's no bodily injury or property damage, you may be sentenced to probation for no more than 1 year. If it occurs after a prior conviction of this, you may be imprisoned for 2 years. And in the case of a violation that results in damage to property, you may be imprisoned for 2 years, or in the case of a violation that results in bodily injury, you may be in prison for 5 years. And then if death is involved, then you just get tried for murder, for any terms of years or for
Really,
life.
if the way you're saying it, really, this is just a response to January 6th.
No, it's exactly what it is.
Because
Yeah.
they're doing their best to arrest everyone that was in Washington, D.C. that was a Republican, basically.
Yeah.
Like, if you were there and your cell phone pinged, they're gonna try to convict you of
They
something.
got you. Well, here's the crazy part.
This is gonna make it to where anybody that was there at that protest, okay, you're all paramilitary now. You're all going to jail for 2 years.
Yeah. But so the crazy part is on page 9, line 5, section A, under civil remedies, it says the public right of action, and it states, when the Attorney General has reasonable cause to believe that any person or group of persons has engaged in or is about to engage in any act prohibited by this act, the Attorney General may bring a civil action for preventative relief, including an application for permanent or temporary injunction, restraining order, or other order in an appropriate district court of the United States. And then if you go all the way down to the bottom, this is the entire purpose of this act. They have the right, according to this act,
Take your guns.
Any property subject to forfeiture pursuant to Section 2742 may be forfeited to the United States in a civil case in accordance with the procedures set forth in Chapter 46. if you showed up with a flashlight, a firearm, or whatever, if they have reasonable cause to assume that you were uh, partaking in this kind of activity, you just
They can
lost
steal your
everything you had
stuff.
there. Yep. And that's what I mean by the goalpost moving and what the end goal is. Nobody cares. And okay, let me just refrain. This is my opinion, but they don't care about kids that die in a mass shooting. It's all these bad things that happen on the news. That's not their priority. All they're trying to do is take our guns away, bro. It's a total public disarmament. So
Because
that
if it was about the kids, they would give up some of their security and hire more security at these places.
yeah,
Because it
bro. The
doesn't take.
answer to more guns is not less guns.
We don't have to be a rocket scientist. When a shooter
Yeah,
says, "I didn't go to that school to shoot it because they was too hard of a security. I went to this school because it was a soft target."
because it had a
Okay,
gun-free
we
zone
all
on
were
the
saying
side of the
this for
building.
years. Obviously, gun-free
Yeah,
zones are not safe.
yeah.
Nobody goes in the police station and shoots it up.
No, because there's a bunch of police with guns there. Yeah,
It's just the dumbest thing.
yeah. It's yeah. It's not a. We're not headed in a good direction. And
Why do we
yeah,
protect our criminals in the prisons more than we protect our kids?
facts. Big facts. Yeah. There's some other stuff in there too.
It's just not looking good. This is probably not going to pass. I hope it doesn't. But this is just something
there's no
to
way
tell
it
you, like,
passes, bro.
it's possible it will. And I'm not like paranoid that they're going to pass it. It's going to take our, it's getting there. They've already taken our rights, like we were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
If they don't like the attachment you put on your gun, federal prison.
Yeah. Okay. I
They don't
forgot to
like
read this part.
they don't like the way you're training. Okay, well
They don't
you're
like your
participating in
unauthorized.
illegal paramilitary activity,
Yeah.
son. We're
So
gonna
so
illegally
the
seize your weapons. We're gonna seize your whole
yeah
house. And without
the
a court of law, without a jury.
dude, if you think about it, if you're conducting this kind of activity on your property for training purposes because you have that kind of like place set up on your property, you just lost your house. I mean,
Yeah.
what's stopping them? So they define unauthorized private paramilitary activity. It's an offense, is what it says, but it shall be unlawful to knowingly, in a circumstance described in subsection B, while acting as part of or on behalf of a private paramilitary organization and armed with a firearm, explosive, incendiary device, or other dangerous weapon. So you can't, one, publicly patrol, drill, or engage in techniques capable of causing bodily injury or death. You can't practice shooting. You can't interfere with, interrupt, or attempt to interfere with or interrupt government operations or government proceedings. January 6th. Interfere with or intimidate another person in that person's exercise of any right under the Constitution of the United States. That is a contradictory statement right
It's
there,
literally
bro.
what they're doing.
Yeah, that's what this whole thing is. You can't assume the functions of a law enforcement officer. That's been illegal. Peace officer or public official, whether or not acting under color of law, and thereby assert authority or purport to assert authority over another person without the consent of that person. Or, here we go. You ready? Trained to engage in any activity described in paragraphs 1 through 4. So not only have they realized that it's dangerous for us to all own weapons, but hey, if I have this weapon and I spend enough time with it, I'll probably get pretty good with it too, and they don't want that either.
They don't want us trained up for whenever they
Yeah.
try to do what they're going to try to do,
It's
potentially.
crazy, bro. This is nonsense.
Yeah.
Not on my watch.
Are we just crazy, or are we seeing the writing on the wall?
Yeah.
Because there's people that when Frankie comes on, he thinks we're crazy.
Bro, he's 8 minutes late when he said he got. Okay, here's my question to you. Let's start this off this way. Do you think in our generation, in our lifetime, that all of this will come to a head and we will see something happen?
Man, it seems like every day we're just 1 minute closer to midnight, man.
Yeah.
I mean, if you could look out big picture, look at the wars overseas. You know, Russia in a war, China trying to take Taiwan, the Middle East got a couple wars going over there.
Yeah.
We have our feet in all that. The federal government does. And then you got what's going on in Texas. The state
Dude,
government kicked the
did you keep
federal
up with all
government
that?
out. Yeah.
Yeah, heck yeah, bro.
And
Heaven yeah, brother.
yeah. And you even go deeper, like Trump and Ramaswamy. I don't know if they're official. I feel like Vivek's going to be the VP. This the way that situation went down. But Vivek was like, his whole thing was like, ABC soup, no more ABCs, basically.
Yeah, yeah.
And Trump,
He wants to get rid of every 3-letter organization.
Yeah, Trump obviously is going to have a vendetta against them just because the way they came at him. Everybody in the federal government they don't want Trump in.
No.
Because if Trump gets in, their job's gone. And their millions of dollars they're illegally getting probably is gone.
Hey, man, they're just paid fairly for speaking in public. Come on now.
Yeah. But I never thought about that. It makes total sense now. But
yeah,
you got state versus federal going down. You got the people's champ, basically, with Trump and Vivek going in, trying to take out the federal government. I could see the division. I could see from that. Looking. If I go 10 years in the future and look back, I could be like, yeah, it made sense how it went down. Like I could see the history books being written right now.
Yeah.
With what's going down, you got a leader in Trump and Vivek that are going. I'm not saying he's a good leader. I'm just saying like you got a guy that people are going
for the people.
You got a guy that people are going to, like literally, you got hundreds of people that got arrested for just showing support to him at the Capitol. And I got another subject on that. But and then you got the states versus the federal government going down. You got massive government overreach at the federal level, at every level, honestly. And, the ATF being one of them.
Bro,
and
that's a whole nother episode.
That's a whole nother Patreon discussion.
Yeah, definitely.
But it just does not. And you see the other side, they're like, hey, let's quit all this paramilitary activity. No training with these firearms. You don't need these guns. That's an assault weapon.
Yeah,
it's trying to kill
one big.
people.
I'm not crazy. You're crazy.
I'm not crazy. You're crazy. I was crazy once. And then you got the same people saying, just we got a problem at the border. Just bring them in. Let's bring them in. We'll train them to be in our military. We got a military problem. Nobody wanting to join the military. I wonder why. Is it the leader?
Yeah.
Nobody wants to go to all these wars that we don't need to have anything to do with, or we'll get these people that are like basically invading the country, coming in illegally. Like people get this wrong, but like Republicans aren't against migration. Just come in through the door.
Yeah.
Don't come in through the window.
Yeah.
Anyways, and they want.
No, that's a good point.
They want the illegal immigrants to be the army, bro.
Well, I mean, that's been a thing for a long time, because if you go back to even the Civil War, they had the enslaved population was a large percent of the military in the South. Because
it would make perfect sense. If I was wanting to take over the country, sow division on social media. Get everybody against everybody at every chance you can get. You got to have an army that's going to do your bidding. All right. You got to take their weapons, and you got to make them look bad. Like, you got to make these people, they don't want to give up their guns. They don't like kids. They hate kids. They want them all to die, basically.
Yeah.
And it's not like that. We want our kids to live. That's why we have these, to protect.
Yeah, because if you're not going to protect my kids, I'm going to.
Yeah, and it kind of goes down to what we talked about before. Like, when you have seconds on the line, cops are minutes away.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
I don't know. You got anything to say about that subject? Because I have something else to say about the paramilitary thing
No,
with the
I
January
think
6th.
that it's everybody's sole responsibility when it comes to your own personal protection. It's nobody else's responsibility to make sure that you're safe and okay, especially
Cops
if you're
aren't
not.
even legally obliged to die for you,
Yeah.
to put themselves on the line.
Right. Well, so humans by nature are creatures of self-preservation,
Yeah,
and
look at
even the
Uvalde.
people, yeah, the people that are the most like selfless people, if you put them in a situation like that, 9 times out of 10 they're gonna pick themselves. So that's why I say that your personal protection is 100% your responsibility. Was it David Goggins said, "Ain't nobody gonna come save you," you know?
I don't know.
Like you got to save yourself, and you got to be prepared for that. And no, you're right. I mean, you got the time it takes to get your phone out, call 911, get connected to an operator, give them enough information for them to know that it's an actual threat, find your location, and get you there. And all those things happening at one time, you're trying to stay alive. So whatever's happening, you don't stand a chance.
You don't have enough time.
Yeah,
5 seconds is all it
yeah.
takes
Just do it
to die.
yourself.
Yeah, people don't. People are just naive, man. And I'm not
Yeah.
like sitting here. I know we talk about it a lot because nobody's talking about it. I feel like, and people are just naive to think like it's just happy go lucky. Like we're gonna live here
Everybody
forever.
loves everybody, and
Yeah,
yeah,
or we could just solve it all by just taking the guns. And
yeah,
like I didn't even have guns and I was pro gun. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. I mean, you still would like the opportunity to get one, and it makes me fear for my children because think about how different things are, even just a few years ago, but especially 20 years ago when we were little kids, like how different the world was then. And just think
Yeah,
about where it's going to be 20 years from now, man, or when our kids have kids and then they have kids. Like, what is the world going to look like for them? And that's kind of, I'm going to go off on a tangent here, but that's the importance of us having conversations like this and kind of going against these private paramilitary prohibition acts and stuff like that. It's our responsibility to not just protect ourselves, but make sure that our kids have the opportunity to protect themselves and their kids can protect themselves. And it all starts today, and if we don't do anything about it, it's just going to keep happening.
you're right. And
Little by little, it's going to happen.
like I said, they're not giving rights back. So
No.
they're just gonna keep chipping away. It's job security too. Like,
Yeah.
man, but go back to the paramilitary thing. All right, so they're saying these paramilitaries, these guys showed up to January 6th. They've been training to overthrow the government. They've been training for this insurrection, apparently, based off this bill. They're training to do that. And
Hey, you prove
in
stuff
the
like that.
same Senate, the same paragraph, they'll also say that January 6th was an insurrection and it was an attack. It was whatever. But if they were really training, man, they trained really bad. They
Yeah,
didn't
they
shoot a
definitely did
single
not
person.
succeed. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point.
So why are we worried
So
about their
that
training if they suck so bad?
so that's why in the Paramilitary Act they worded it with the intent to intimidate or to intimidate an official
Damage
or
property, whatever.
damage property or interrupt government proceedings, stuff like that. Yeah, they don't care if they're overthrowing anybody or not.
I like how they worded that because they're like, okay, we're gonna word this in a way to where if you know people
If we
riot
just
and
think
stuff
you are,
damage, like
yeah,
entire cities are burned down, it's not a problem. But if a couple of windows are broken, it's a problem.
yeah, yeah. So it actually talks about the ammunition that they consider dangerous too. And I thought that was pretty funny. I sent that one also. Let me find it. Okay. So they list several different things, and this is in the terminology section. So this is under large capacity ammunition feeding device. And it means A magazine, belt, drum, feed strip, or similar device that has the capacity of, or that can be readily restored or converted to accept more than 10 rounds of ammunition. And B, this does not include an attached tubular device designed to accept and capable of operating only with 22 caliber rimfire ammunition. So it's kind of worded funny, but if you know anything, if you're in the gun space and stuff, you know that CMMG actually has a drop-in BCG that converts your 5.56 to 22 long rifle. And if you pay attention to the wording in section B right here, it says designed to accept and capable of operating only with 22 caliber rimfire ammunition. So it's like, you can get a 22 long rifle AR, and they know that, and they worded it that way so that you can't even have something that looks like that, whether it's actually a assault weapon or not.
Surprised they didn't say you can't have any scary guns.
Yeah.
Scary looking guns.
Yeah. You know what's funny?
No.
As dangerous as these weapons are, wink wink, mine has been sitting in my closet since I put it together, and surprisingly, it has not just walked up and found itself in a school and shot somebody.
That's
So
what I'm
it's
saying,
actually
bro.
right. It's actually right where I left it.
That's kind of like that joke I said the other day. Did you see what I said? Somebody said something, and I was like, well, thank God I can get rid of this AR-15 because it's been scaring me to death. I've been thinking every day it's going to get up and kill somebody.
Yeah.
Because it's so
They having
dangerous.
to talk it out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. That
Chill
like
out,
it's
bro.
a sentient being. Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
Calm down, man. It's not that serious, bro.
We can go to a lighter subject for now if you want to. We can circle back.
Yeah. We don't want to scare anybody
Frankie,
off.
I guess he's not coming, but yeah,
What's
I was
the
hoping he'd
Facebook
come on
looking
and
like?
debate us.
Yeah, that man. I ain't gonna say it. Never mind. I'm gonna do him dirty on social media.
Oh, so blah blah blah. So if you're watching this right now, go check out the Outdoor Boys YouTube channel. I put that in my notes. It's one of my top YouTube channels that I watch. Dude just goes out in the middle of nowhere and camps. He brings his kids with him.
Yeah.
He's in
I see him on
Alaska.
TikTok all the time, bro.
Oh,
He's
dude.
legit.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
I love him. That's what got me into wanting to camp.
Yeah,
But,
dude, Silas wanted to. He's 5. For anybody that doesn't know that, he wanted to play outside again today in the snow, and there's not much snow left now. It's mostly ice. And for anybody else that doesn't know, I live on a golf course. Little flex. I live on the golf course, and it's virtually
homeless.
untouched except for where we've been. And so we just kind of run around through the woods back there. And dude, I was like, man, I'm gonna put me a tent back here one night.
Yeah, you can stealth camp.
Yeah.
Stealth camping on a golf course.
Yeah.
What do you think about this? Are marshmallows mandatory for camping?
Yeah, I mean it's pretty up there, bro. Well,
it's pretty much like you gotta get marshmallows, right?
Yeah, it's like a rite of passage at this point. Did you really camp if you didn't roast marshmallows?
No.
Right.
I feel like it doesn't count when you're camping either, the calories.
Yeah. No, bro, it's like holiday calories. It's just they're not real. Or calories on the weekend.
Yeah, bro.
Or calories that you don't track. Or calories in general.
Them, bro, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Carson trying to tell us something.
Yeah. That's the Megan's on this. She's trying to lose some weight and stuff since the baby, and she'll I keep trying to tell her, like, you have to track stuff or you don't know what you're getting. She's like, well, I'm not eating that much. And I was like, yeah, but there's also a lot you don't realize is happening too. Like, we just recently finished a family-sized bag of M&Ms collectively. And this is where ghost calories come into play, because like 7 to 10 times a day, I'm grabbing a handful, bro. That's probably like 500, 600 calories right there.
At least.
Yeah, easy.
What do you think
And
about? Go ahead, keep going.
well, it's just like little stuff like that you wouldn't think of.
Yeah, it
Like,
adds up.
I mean, how do you? Well, I
I'll
guess
probably get a
the
couple
actual way
hundred
you
of
do it.
just random bites off the kids' food and stuff.
You getting that daddy tax?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, facts, bro,
For
facts.
sure. I'd be like
Yeah,
quality control. Gotta make sure it's good before you can have it.
yeah, yeah. Can't be poison.
Do you think boys are? What do you think about the difference between raising the boys and girls? Is there like what do you think about that
So
so
it's
far?
a so far it's a big difference to me because Silas is rowdy and rambunctious, and he's not scared of anything. Like, I got the video on my phone. So in the golf course back here, there's a creek that runs through it, and I had to all but like constrain him to keep him from diving head first in there. Like, he just doesn't care, bro. Like, that's what he wants to do. And then my daughter, she's terrified of everything, man. She don't like loud noises. She don't want to go fast on her bike. She don't want you to pick her up and throw her. And I sent you that video of me like suplexing Silas the other
Yeah,
night. Like, that's the kind of stuff he like. He likes to get rough and rowdy. So like, I think in that aspect, and it may just be my daughter, I don't know, but like, it seems like by nature girls are generally more cautious about stuff. And I don't know if it's a
they smarter.
yeah, it's a common sense thing.
Yeah, guys are just like YOLO.
Yeah,
Send
yeah,
it.
yeah. He
Just
likes
send
to
it.
have fun, man.
Yeah, my kids are crazy, bro.
Yeah,
Especially the younger one, Luca. Man, he's like,
the man, psycho.
bro, just like he's crazy. And
Yeah,
you'd be surprised. You think that like the older kid teaching the younger kid like bad stuff to do, but like Luca doesn't know better, and he'll like find something to do, and Rylan won't even have ever done it ever, and
he's like, hey, this is a
he'll
good
see Luca
idea.
do it and be like, okay, let's do that.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
like, bro, you're supposed to be leading this crew here.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
definitely a difference in boys and girls, though, and
for
that's the
sure.
biggest thing that I've noticed. And the other thing that I noticed is that boys will kind of, well, again, this is all depends on your children, but I feel like with boys, they want to test the limit, like just kind of see how much they can get away with, and before they have to kind of dial it back. And then for the most part, with my daughter, I can like correct her, tell her to stop, and it might take one or two times, but she usually stops. But like, I think with boys,
Yeah,
man, because I was this way, and I know this
these
from
dudes don't
from
listen, bro.
no, bro. I didn't care when I was a kid. Like, if I thought about something, bro, I had to do it. It hurt me physically not to. I just
That's
couldn't help
funny.
it. Yeah, yeah.
But you gotta
Neither.
think like women are designed to like nurture, and guys not so much.
Yeah, yeah,
It's more of the rough around the edges. You
yeah.
got your anomalies, but for the most part, guys are guys and girls are girls. But like one of the things we were gonna do tonight is go over some of our YouTube comment sections. And Cookie was talking about he was like, women and men aren't different. They are different or whatever. And people were that's one of our shorts that like blew up. We
What is
should
a
just
woman?
we actually had one blow up today too. I'll wait till he's here so he can go over these comments. We had one blow up today, and we got like 5 or 6 subscribers off of it.
Heck
But
yeah, dude.
we had one like, all right, this is 4 days ago. I'm gonna see what I lost it. Let me find it. There it is. 4,000 views right now. It was like
Evan
3K
Neal.
yesterday, but we got almost 100 likes. That's pretty good. It's about so basically he was saying that women and men are different, and that we need to work out because something might happen and you might need to be stronger. And everybody on it was like, "Oh, you have adrenaline. You don't have to work out. You're misogynist, stuff like that."
Why
And
would you
apparently,
rely on something like that, bro?
yeah, it's not guaranteed.
No.
And I
But
look at it this
it's not
way. Well,
measurable either. Like you have no
right,
idea how prepared for the situation you're going to be.
right, and your strength is measurable,
Right.
and it's like a baseline too. Like the adrenaline's going to add so much to what you
Yeah.
have already. But we'll get into that then. But like these negative videos are what blows up. People hate. They like to watch stuff they don't like.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that video I had.
Dude, there's this guy on TikTok that I occasionally see his stuff, and he's like quoting the lyrics of this rap song, and it's like this that chopper, this that opera stopper, or something like that, and he's holding up a Bible, and people have such a big problem with it. And this one guy commented on it, and he was like, "Can you do a different kind of video? Like, we get it, bro. You've done this a million times." And he made a video replying to it, and he was like, "Look, if you don't like the content that you see." Oh, and the person also said, I don't know why I keep getting Christian TikToks popping up on my feed. And the guy was
Because you
like, if you
keep
don't like the
watching it and
content,
interacting with it.
yeah, he was like, if you don't like the content that you see, you can hit the share button and hold it and hit not interested. What you don't do is comment on it.
Yeah, smart.
Then you just spend all day mad.
It's kind of like what Lake was talking about. He was like, I get all these certain type of TikToks or whatever. I'm like,
it's for you, bro.
yeah, they're targeting
for
you with that.
Page. Yeah.
That's one thing Peyton was talking about. Peyton Cook. He's like, all I get's videos of girls on my TikTok. And I was like, it's because that's all you've been looking at, dude.
Yeah, yeah.
These
You're going to put that
apps
man out there.
They're designed for you to stay on there as long as possible.
It's also, I think that's kind of default, because when I took over the Put Work In podcast TikTok, we only had 4 subscribers. 3 of them were us. So we had one real one, and to my knowledge, nobody had been on that thing since like February of last year or something like that. April something. It had been several months, and that was the only thing that, because so with TikTok, I can switch between my account and the podcast page. And and for anybody that doesn't know, if you get commented on TikTok by the podcast, that's me. Anyways, yeah, holla at your boy. But I can switch between my account and the podcast page, and sometimes I'll forget which one I'm on, and I'll just scroll like how I scroll. And I noticed on the podcast page, there he is. It was nothing but women on there, like in the For You page, and nobody been on it in forever.
Yeah.
And like now, it's kind of a lot of our content that we make. It's stuff that's close to that.
Well, that's all I get. I get like, go hard or go home. Don't be fat.
Yeah.
Masculine alpha content on TikTok.
Frankie, what's your TikTok For You page look like? Hey, take your phone out.
Go through it. Take your phone out and look at it.
My phone just died. Let me get my charger.
Some country music.
Scroll 10 videos. That's one.
Scroll 10 videos?
Looks like a police.
2. Yeah.
Ad. I get all kinds of ad. Football highlights.
Yeah.
I get a lot of those. Oh, I've got this last few days where they pretend they're pulling something out of their pocket.
Yeah. You got to get your license out fast to be efficient.
Yeah. Hunting. Ad.
How many is it? I'm not counting.
I don't know, like 5. Ad. We don't even count those. Ole Miss.
Football. Yeah, that's probably good. Let me get my charger. We'll do Frankie's.
Where's all my alpha male stuff? We got Call of Duty. Pull your TikTok out. Ice Storm. Navy SEAL. Frankie, pull your TikTok out and scroll through some videos.
Okay. I really don't get on TikTok.
Well, I'm going to go to YouTube. What do you get on, and what do you ever look at shorts? Here's a scenario. All right, no. Gun store content.
Y'all in there? I can't hear nobody.
I'm here.
I'm here. It says you switched devices.
Dude, what just happened?
Kendall Gray. It's like a redneck. Guns.
I can't hear nothing, bro. Hold on.
War.
Oh, I see what happened.
Working out.
Say so.
So my point is they're going to target you with content that they know you're going to watch and interact with because they want you to stay on there longer so they can show you more ads and make more money. And Facebook, I even learned that on Facebook recently because people were watching my video trying to critique it and they were watching it over and over and over and they were coming back for the comments trying to see what the comments say. And that would give me another play. So that would send it out to more people that were like them, that were in that demographic. So it kept coming and kept going and kept coming. And I noticed that a lot because I know that when I see a post that I'm interacting with and disagree with, or trying to be like, I'm going back to it over and over. I'm going back to it over and over, trying to see if there's any new comments. You're here. We'll see. Technical difficulties. Peyton,
I can't hear nobody.
Unmute us.
We can hear you.
Yeah.
I can't hear nothing. Hold on.
But anyways, they giving you what you want to see or what you interact with. If you want something to not show up on your feed, like dislike it. Don't comment on it. Don't watch it over and over. Just like say not interested. There's an option you can hit the 3 dots and say not interested on most apps. So your For You page and the content they give you is based on you and what you watch. So I'm just saying, you can't complain about what's on there. We were talking about, Lake was talking about what comes on his, and he's like, I'm like, bro, it's because you watch it. Now we can't hear you, bro. And Peyton, so Cookie said that he told me one time his TikTok was nothing but girls, and I'm like, it's because that's all you've been watching, bro. Carson's gonna be back. We've been on for an hour and 12. Well, actually, I went for like 10 minutes by myself.
Wow.
So if we can get Carson back on here, we can talk.
Sorry, I was in a meeting.
I'm gonna try. I'm gonna see about moving him out. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna move him. Where's he at? Boom! I kicked him out. Just staring there, wiggling his lips.
Yeah, TikTok and Reels. I really don't watch those.
What do you watch? Do you watch shorts or anything?
Not really.
What kind of content?
I just look at Instagram.
You just look at Instagram posts?
Yeah.
Well, I recently. Let's see if this works. I recently got back into the Instagram, and I cannot stand it because it's like they give you. I can't hear you.
I haven't said anything.
There you go. They give you like content, like they're giving you like the explore page on your like main timeline now, and I cannot stand that. Like, I don't want to see anybody I'm not following.
Oh,
yeah.
That do annoy me.
And it's like, I don't want to see this. It's all I like, and then if it's something good and I like it, it's like all I see. The same stuff over and over and over. I don't ever see the people I follow.
Yeah.
And then it's that and ads. TikTok is overrun with ads now.
Yeah, there's an ad when you open the app now. You have to skip it.
So.
Goodness gracious. Yeah, I just look at Instagram and Facebook, really. I don't use TikTok, really. Only time I use TikTok is when I get notification from Carson or my friend Jay that they sent me a video to something to like something. That's the only time I really look at TikTok.
What y'all think about my setup with the light?
I like it. It's purpley.
Yeah.
Man, getting scientific over there. purpley.
All right, hey guys, I gotta run to the bathroom. Y'all talk about something crazy.
Okay.
Okay.
Hello, sir.
Hello, mate.
How are you, man?
I am Gucci. How are you?
I'm fantastic.
Fantastic.
Surprised you didn't die in this cold weather. I know how big of a fan you are of it.
I love the cold. Love. But no, I didn't
Yeah.
die. I been stuck in the house.
Yeah, bro. I haven't. We left the house for the first time today. We went to my mom's house. And we picked up some formula from her and then visited for a little bit. And that was the first time that I had left my driveway in 7 days, bro.
Wow.
7 days.
Days.
Yeah. When this stuff hit, I was like, all right, we in here for the long haul because it ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting it to be this long, and I wasn't expecting this much ice because literally my yard is still covered in ice, and my driveway
Yeah.
and my road.
Yeah, it's
Uh,
solid, bro.
it's outrageous.
Couldn't have surprised
Uh,
me. I knew it was coming. I knew all about it.
You can feel it in your
I'm
bones.
prepared, bro.
so
Stay
I
ready.
had
You
to
ain't
go
got to get ready.
I had to go to the doctor Wednesday, and that was my first time out. Cause I was having sinus infection, and it was just killing me, and so I just
Yeah,
went to
I can hear it, bro. I can hear it.
You looked rough the other day, bro.
I did. It was tough. I went to Red Med, told the lady I got a sinus infection. She gave me some medicine. I'm way better now, but it was rough. But I'm ready to get out this house. So ready to get out.
Ain't got a doobie Scooby over there.
Scooby-Doo. Hey, bro.
I
This
said
man
I'm
called
finna.
me one day. He's gonna come to my house, and he's like,
Who, Frankie?
I'm gonna bring you a cigar. I'm like, all right, we can hang out and smoke a cigar.
Showed up empty-handed, didn't he?
He peer pressured me into taking a 6 milligram Zen, and I'm sitting here dizzy as all get out. I'm like, whoa.
Are you a nicotine lightweight?
It reminded
what?
me. I held it in for
Hey,
like
upper
6 minutes.
decker or lower decker?
Lower.
Upper.
You gotta go uppy, man.
Upper.
I have it right there.
Uppy all day, brother.
And it instantly, as soon as it reminded me, like the feeling and the taste, it shot me right back to when I was trying to dip.
No, bro. My first time was horrible.
It tastes totally
I
different.
thought it was the flavor of the tobacco, but apparently it's the nicotine that gives you that.
It's like dizziness and stuff.
Yeah, all that. It's like a sting and numbness that comes to your mouth.
Yeah, it's the same sensation that you get when you smoke a cigar. You get on the roof of your mouth and kind of your tongue and your gums a little bit. They get numb.
Yeah,
It's just the way that you intake it.
Yeah.
but he was like, "It's gonna kick in, bro." And I was. I mean, I think it did give me a little energy.
You should have doubled down on it, bro. One on each side.
Try another one. It didn't
Bro,
work
Yeah.
I
right.
doubled. I doubled.
Dude,
the
my
6 milligram.
first time. So, my stepdad dips tobacco, and he was the first person that I encountered in my life that actually did that. And he married my mom when I was relatively young. I was like 7 or 8, and so I was like, man, this is kind of cool. I want to try it. So me and my buddy, his name was Dylan, not this Dylan, different Dylan. We were sitting at the house one day, and it was what is it, Longhorn Fine Cut.
Ooh, that's a
And
cheap brand.
yeah, I know. And there's been other comments made about it. I'm not going to say it on the podcast, but it's relatively weak apparently. But when you're 13 and have never done it before, it'll put you down. So
Yeah.
we sneak into the kitchen at night, go into the drawer where he keeps his rolls of it. We get a can out and we go walk around the neighborhood. And dude, we got around the corner and I had to stop and throw up. I was so dizzy. And we came back and we both passed out, went to sleep. And the next day, it was like I was hungover, man. And we were like, dude.
What?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
What's some things that you guys carry on your body every day?
Frankie carries Zens apparently.
Yeah, he carries Zens and he carries
I
a whole
carry-
bunch
Are
of
we
stuff.
counting like phone, wallet, keys, or
Yeah,
is that
phone,
just
wallet, keys,
yeah? So on any
Phone.
given day,
wallet,
I have phone,
keys.
wallet, keys, a pen, a pocket knife, some form of protection, and that's generally about it.
Yeah, I like because I carry
I
a
don't
pen
know
a
if I
lot
can
of
put
days.
this on the podcast, but I also partake in nicotine consumption, not in the Zen form. I don't know what the rules are on stuff like that, but that is always on me too.
Yeah.
I have a pocket knife that I've carried for like since I got married, but it comes in handy.
Yeah.
But keys, wallet, phone, pocket knife. Sometimes I'll have a pen, which I
Bro,
need a pen
not
for work.
carrying a pen is the sign of a weak man.
I
You
keep
have
my
nothing
pen.
important going on if you can leave your house without a pen.
It drives me crazy without a pen.
Yeah, I feel naked without my pen, bro.
I'll be like needing a pen if I don't have a pen.
Yeah, I'll be if I don't feel the pen in my pocket, I'm like, where's the pen?
Yeah.
I just be
When
worried about it
When I
busting
don't
in my
have a
pocket.
pen, I also don't have a pen.
That's crazy.
I know who'd have thought it.
I'll
Yeah,
start
I
carrying
carry
this.
those keys, wallet, pens. My pen, my Zen.
Pens in.
Pen.
Got them chins.
A protection, and a knife.
Yeah.
What's the
Well,
protection,
a
bro?
pocket knife.
He open carries that goofy looking M16. Bro looking, never mind. I probably can't say that either. He out in the jungle with it, I'll say that.
Peyton thinks we're crazy.
Yeah.
I don't say that.
Let's go back
I
to the
think you're
group.
probably like the least conservative in our group.
Lake.
Probably yes.
Yeah.
Am I conservative to an extreme?
Yeah, bro,
I'm
you're
not.
pretty
Extent.
conservative.
I'm not to the highest.
Bro, is Dylan, would you say that we're radicals?
I mean, people would say that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't think so.
We're probably crazy.
Hope I'm crazy.
Yeah.
Well, anyways, going on the crazy points. Like, I was on my YouTube, and a video popped up. It was like my wartime kit equipment
Oh yeah,
for
Ukrainian dude.
when Russia invade, and I was like, oh, this is some redneck talking about Russia invading. I'm like, is he really out here saying Russia's going to invade? That's pretty crazy. So I watched it, and it was actually a dude in Georgia, not USA,
the country,
Georgia,
yeah.
which is in Eastern Europe, and apparently, like, there's like a war going on there, and I was like, this dude's literally like, this is his actual.
That's
like,
his loadout, bro.
This is
He
actual
dropping in.
loadout. Like, and this dude's out here. He's really about it, and he's really out here trying to live. I'm like,
yeah, he about to pull up and tilt the towers.
everything we do over here is just theoretical right now.
Yeah, it's preparation.
Preparation.
That's a better way
this
to
dude's
put it,
over
yeah.
here like, I could
This
die
is
tomorrow.
survival.
Like,
yeah.
And I'm like, bro, something about it just made it super real to me. And like, man, this is real.
I thought it was pretty cool.
It's crazy. Yeah, a lot of stuff was pretty cool.
Yeah.
He's running around with like a shotgun and a 30-06.
Yeah, he's got a hunting rifle and a shotgun. Which, I mean, that's, I bet a large
Which he's not trying to
portion of the
engage in
gun
combat.
toting.
He's just trying to stay out of it.
Yeah. Well,
and live.
Speaking of that, the rifle shotgun deal. So, and I just had this thought. There's however many millions of people supposedly carry weapons in the United States, firearms. How many of those people are actually people with AR-15s?
I don't know.
Like,
Maybe you
what
can look it up.
percentage of the probably Peyton, pull that up. What percentage of the population really only has like a pistol or like a pump shotgun?
Growing up, we didn't have AR-15s growing up. We had all kinds of rifles and shotguns.
I got my first one at 13, I think.
Didn't have many handguns until like recently. And then I had a rifle and a shotgun after I moved out, and then got a handgun like a year and a half ago.
Yeah.
And now I have other things.
Yeah. You have a sword for your family.
Yeah. I don't need to tell everybody what I got, which they probably already know.
Yeah.
My first gun was a pellet gun from my grandpa.
I had BB guns.
Bro. I had a
Plenty of
BB gun. I used to pump that thing up.
Yep.
Shoot the dog in the front yard.
I had a 22 rifle. You had to load it in the tube down here.
Yeah.
And I used to I killed like every squirrel in my yard. I shot everything, bro. Shot trees down.
I used to sit in my treehouse and just maim birds flying by. I wouldn't even kill them. They would just in the yard, and they would just, flop around. My mom would be like, "Stop that! You ain't even killing them."
You suck.
Like, I can't shoot, Mama. What do you want me to do?
I remember going in the woods. We were going back to childhood now. Going in like my woods, carving a trail. Like I was real big into like Nerf guns.
Yeah.
And like I had this dream battle that we were gonna do for like one of my birthdays. Cause I had 10 Nerf guns on my own. And
Man,
I was gonna get like
up.
I bought like 1,000 bottle rockets, and those are gonna be like the mortars. And it was finna go off, bro. But so I had like a clubhouse. It was like an incomplete, house. It never got finished, I don't think. But that's gonna be my base. And then I don't know if y'all remember my dad's old house, but like the woods were around it. I had like a trail cut through the woods, like on the right side. His shed's over here, down the hill, and then around. I had a trail like all the way around. I found a foxhole over here, like a literal fox's hole, and built a fort in it with sticks. Like I put sticks around it, and then
Heck yeah, dude.
Over here there was like a random concrete slab. I guess when they built the house, they just poured the rest of it over there, and I built a fort over there. Actually, I had like 3 forts, but like it was crazy. I remember being a kid and like starting a little fire out there, but I had to put it out because I didn't want to get caught.
I set my parents' backyard on fire with a gas can when I was younger. Yep.
It happens.
Yep.
But I enjoyed that. It was fun just being outdoors. But
it's a rite of passage.
I never did go tent camping or anything until last year.
My first time going tent camping was when I went to Camp Hopewell in Oxford, and I was there for a week, and we had to go camping for a day. It was part of the task or mission, whatever. And so it was me and Mitchell Mundroff.
Minkus.
And we went camping. It was like 8 of us, and we was put in a tent. And I remember this time I was sleeping and I stopped breathing. I couldn't breathe, and I was like, "Why can I not breathe?" And I was super high, and I freaked out, and I just screamed and hollered. And then the leaders came over, and then when they opened the tent, I was like, I could breathe. And then
he was just claustrophobic, bro. Wasn't nothing wrong with you. Yeah.
No,
hyperventilating.
Someone had the back of the tent, whatever that thing called, the shade or whatever, it was closed, and so no air was coming in. And it was just rough.
Bro, do you know how many nights I've spent in a tent with it all the way closed, bro?
Bro, it's ventilated, bro.
Yeah, it's ventilated. It's ventilated, dog.
Tents aren't made to die, bro. They're not airproof.
Dude,
they're not airtight.
I wish I could count how many nights I spent in a tent with Lake growing up, because we were in the same Boy Scout troop growing up. Dude, I remember one night it was so freaking cold. We were laying there and we were all but like holding each other like this, and I just kept thinking, I'm on a beach. Like I'm somewhere warm. Like that's why I tell you that I have never had an enjoyable night in a tent. Like I've never woke up and like refreshing. It's like 2 hours of sleep. You wake up every like
Frankie
5
had a good
minutes.
old night.
Bro, I heard he was sawing logs.
Man,
that one time was the only time I had the worst camp. All the other camps I went on, I sleep like a baby.
Yeah, man, I'm really looking
he's
forward.
saying the opposite right now, though, isn't he? Yeah.
He said they're all great.
Yeah.
But whatever. Y'all heard it.
They are. I don't have any issues.
You need a new mattress.
No, my
Anyways,
mattress is
I'm
pretty good.
I'm looking forward to you having a terrible night's sleep at the
Is
forge.
Frankie really coming though?
Are you really coming, bro?
You want to put some money
Yes.
on it?
I mean,
Yeah, you're never gonna get it, so I wouldn't even waste it.
yeah, I'm coming. I'm gonna be a little anxious, but yeah, I'm coming.
Anxious.
What are you worried about, bro?
I don't know, because Dylan and Cookie won't tell us what's gonna take place.
Carson has seen
And that
our
freaks me
itinerary.
I know exactly what's happening. I'm showing up, bro.
How you know what's gonna happen?
He's one of
Because
our
I'm
leaders.
helping plan it. I'm a forge leader, bro.
Since he's
Yeah.
coming, he's a forge leader.
Yeah.
He's also gonna be
It's
over
like
our
McDonald's.
firearm
Everybody's
training.
a manager.
Yeah. I am the manager.
I'm a manager.
Cookie's the fitness leader, which I had to
Yeah.
make some stuff up because he wasn't getting with it. And Carson's the firearms leader, and I'm the faith leader. Call me the Pope.
Okay.
Pope Dylan.
Yeah, I came from there. That's where I grew up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Makes sense.
Oh.
Look, it's not gonna be easy, but you're not gonna die, bro.
Yeah. I mean, it's
And you're
it's
gonna do it
challenge
together.
you, but that's the whole theme of the weekend.
We're gonna have battle buddies.
You should be more uncomfortable about the campfire talks we're gonna have than the physical part of it. Cause we're gonna get nitty gritty down and personal, boy.
Yeah, we're gonna be Nick. I mean, never mind.
Yeah. Only from the waist down.
Yeah, everything else
Oh
you gotta
my
have a
gosh.
hoodie on or whatever if you want.
Yeah.
So what do you think? What do you want to get out of it, Peyton?
Brotherhood, closeness, brothers getting closer with each other. A good time.
What do you think we could do? Like, you got any ideas for stuff we could do?
Run camp shoot.
I really don't know what we can do.
We're still formulating the plans. We have a lot of time left
Yeah.
to fill, I think.
Yeah, I'm used to having guy times like this, and going to events like this, but I'm not used to like having guy times to where we're camping.
Well, I think it's different because, like in all the like men's groups I've been in, and then any church camp I went to, most of the stuff was boys and girls separated, or like D now was boys and girls
Yeah.
separated.
Yeah.
I think this one's gonna be a lot more intimate than kind of what most people are used to, and that's the purpose of it. Is like, we're trying to get down deep into kind of what makes you tick, what you're scared of, what are you looking forward to in the future. What do you regret about your past? What's one thing you would change about yourself? What's one thing you're proud of that you've done? What's one thing that you regret you've done? Stuff like that,
Are you gonna write all that down? Because that's all.
I probably
That's my
forgot
whole
it
talk.
already.
That's my whole talk.
Those
Yeah.
are fantastic questions.
That's the
Exactly,
He's correct.
exactly.
He's actually
Yeah.
I don't know if we even talked about it, but yes, I'm
We
trying
on
to get into
wavelengths,
stuff
bro.
like
I
that.
got you.
I'm trying to
got
make
you.
people be like, "Oh crap, is it my turn?"
Yeah, and that's the thing is the like the whole theme of everything is getting uncomfortable to promote growth.
Yeah,
'Cause
exactly.
you can't grow if you don't get uncomfortable, and
Facts.
it's going to be uncomfortable either way. But we're also trying to build a community of guys that are uncomfortable together, because like it's encouraging to sit there and you're wondering, dude, are these guys going to judge me if I tell them that sometimes I have trouble paying my bills, or sometimes I get angry at my children. And the guy in front of you speaks up and he's like, man, I was late on my car payment last month. I don't know what I'm going to do. And you're like, bro, me too. Yeah, like that guy sucks. I'm just kidding.
Now I
Yeah,
got to come up with something else.
Yeah, I got to come up with something worse.
I killed
Yeah, but it makes you, it promotes that kind of growth
and
as in a community as a whole.
And I think when it comes to the stuff, just putting stuff out there helps like 95%.
Yeah.
Especially when it comes to like maybe something you're struggling with sin wise.
Yeah, facts.
People are just. I mean, it's shame, bro. That's what comes with sin is shame. And if you can get it out there, man, you just like it's out there. You know, the main part about shame is you don't want anybody to know. But if you just tell people, I mean, you're free.
Yeah, exactly. You regain that control over it.
So that's hopefully I got a lot. I haven't really. I started a couple of our talks in the in my notes, but I haven't completely finished them. I do want to talk about what it means to be a man, but I want to get into that. I feel like we could sit around the fire and just talk for hours, though.
Yeah.
But we have that
Which is
Saturday and that you're gonna have to take off church and that Sunday.
Yeah, I know.
But it's gonna be church, man. It's gonna be better than church because you can't do this stuff at church.
I'm gonna try to take off Sunday.
Yeah.
Try my hardest.
They make you wear clothes at church.
Yeah.
Look, I don't have to dress up to go to my church.
I don't even.
But yeah, bro. I mean,
I'd be dressing up.
I feel like Frankie's he's just comfortable just laying it out there. So, you know, the fitness stuff is gonna be where you kind of struggle.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe the gun stuff, but you know, it comes with the whole package.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not too worried about the gun thing.
It's just the fitness.
What about? Are you scared of the dark?
No.
Okay, good.
He looked away when he said it.
No,
He said no. I'm not afraid of the dark as long as you don't make me afraid of it. That's what he's saying.
Yeah, don't freak me out in the dark now because you might get punched.
Hey, bro, this is when I was a kid, but because I haven't done anything crazy, but like going as a kid, like playing hide and seek, if I got really like nervous and like hiding a lot, I'd pee myself, bro.
What? Like a chihuahua, bro.
Yeah, I'd be like, I guess I just held it in. I peed in the shower once.
I don't get like that. My adrenaline get up, and so I get very offensive. And so anything like try to scare me or something, like you better watch out because I'm about to
I get jittery when my adrenaline when it kicks in. I get jittery.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
It's like, have you guys seen that video of Luke Bryan when he shot that deer? He's like, "Is it down? Is it down?" Have you seen that?
I saw a meme of it.
That's how I get it, bro. I'm like,
I need to look it up. I'm definitely looking that up.
Yeah, bro.
I can see you doing that, Carson.
Yeah, that's how I am, bro. It's like my body can't handle all the adrenaline.
I'm finna.
But yeah, I ain't too worried about the shooting. I just don't. Just.
No, you got to pull the other one up. Where's the rest of it?
I had to find it. They got like a 7-minute video on there.
You just type in Luke Bryan, is it down? Yeah. That's me, bro. That's me.
It's got to be overreacting.
You ain't ever got them deer hunting jitters?
Why ain't you just completely turn into a different person? Like, become a feminine.
That's how it is for me when I hunt. And I haven't killed like a bunch of deer in my lifetime, but I've gotten a lot of adrenaline after the ones that I have shot.
I killed my first deer. I think I cried, but I was
felt
7.
bad about it, dude.
No,
I mean, I felt bad too, but I didn't cry.
Well, I was hunting one time.
I was just excited,
and it was getting close to dark, and the deer, honest to God, looked bigger in my scope than it actually was.
Been there, done that 6 times.
So,
how do you tell how big the deer is if it's way over there and all by itself?
Yeah.
It looks like a huge doe to me, not a little no-horned buck.
Yeah, so that's what I'm thinking. So I shoot this deer, and I just like wounded it in the back leg, and it ran off and hid. And then I had to put it out of its misery, like executioner style.
Been there, done
and
that.
I didn't hunt for a year after that, bro, because it messed me up pretty bad. I
I
started
remember shooting
contemplating
at a
my life.
deer, trying to end it, and missing it like twice from like here to there.
Dang,
Or
bro.
either that, or it just took it like a man, because it did not die that quick.
Yeah.
But I ruined the meat.
Hard body. Gangster deer.
Yeah, but I've killed multiple deer that looked like a big old doe until I got up on it,
You're like,
and it was
dang.
not.
I get,
I'd be like, bruh,
yeah.
crap,
Yeah. Yeah.
Did it
Same.
again.
dang,
Yeah.
go in the truck.
Thought I killed a big old huge buck, but it was only a spike.
You go to
How
pick
can
it
you-
up,
how
and
do
when
you-
you get it up here, it's just swinging.
How can you tell? I don't like if it's a spike. It's got horns,
Yeah.
but these does ain't got no horns. And if it's a buck with no horns, it might as well be a doe.
Yeah.
In some states, you can actually kill like bucks with though. If it's an antler, they just categorize it as antlerless deer. Antlerless.
How does that happen? Like they had them and they lost them?
They just
Is
chew
this
you
like
on.
some? Oh,
It's like
so
not
they said it
Bambi,
that way
but
instead of saying baby deer.
yeah. But I mean, how can you tell how big these dudes are? If it's half
Yeah.
dark out there, too.
Have we officially replaced Peyton Cook with Peyton Franklin?
For today,
Well, the last time the three of us were together, he was absent.
yeah. We got a whole different like every week's a complete different crew.
Yeah,
except
you
for
don't
me.
know what you're gonna get. Yeah, Dylan's the only consistent person.
I'm a guess.
No,
You've
you're
been
just
on
a
way
bro.
too many times to be a guest, bro.
We need to figure out how many times he's been on. Because he's like, every time I say it, he's like,
It's
I've only
like-
been on twice. He's
It's
been on
like
like
every other
7
episode,
times.
Frankie's
I think I've
popping
been
in,
on
bro.
here like 4 times.
I'm finna
It's
go
way,
look.
dude. There's almost 50 episodes, and you're on like every other episode.
Can't be.
I'm finna look, bro. You're on it. I'm gonna call it 6, but it could be 7. All right, so you're
I
on.
think it's more than that.
You weren't on the last one, were you?
No,
No.
he wasn't on the one before that, but he was on the one before that, I think.
No, that was just me and him. He was on the What It Means to Be a Man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's 1. And you got
And
the
then
one
he
we're
was on the
on.
Brosode,
The
and then he was on
Brosode.
my episode.
That's 3. Hold on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
That's
was on your...
4. The What It Means to Be a Man. Okay, maybe that is 3. I can't count.
I got 3 in my hand right now.
Yeah.
I haven't found yours yet.
I think it's 4 or 5.
Dude, it's at least 6. I'm finna have to hop off of here. I got
Yeah, we'll
work for
call
the
it.
first time in a week.
After I figure out how many it was. I'm going to start from the beginning. All right. Well, he had his own podcast.
Yeah,
For
so that's
himself.
5 right there. Like,
So you had... Where did it go? Peyton Franklin. Where did he go? We didn't do thumbnails back then, so it's throwing me off. All right, Peyton Franklin, episode 7. Peyton Franklin's journey from brain tumor survivor to 5K racer. Hold up. Let me just share this. That way y'all can watch and help
he's
me.
been on.
All right, so this is
like,
one.
No
He's on
less
number
than
7.
10% of them.
And then he wasn't on that one. Look at Jose right there, bro. So you were on
Goon
1 with
right
Trevor. And
Yeah.
then you came back
He
for
came
this
back
one.
for mine.
Potentially the most successful businessman ever. Episode 23. That's Carson Smith. EP. Google it. All right, and then we had
Please don't.
Become an Asset. So that's 2 so far. And then he's not going to be in the thumbnail of anymore, I don't think. But he was on this one. That's 3 for sure. But you popped on like 2 random. So I'm going to say 5, 6, 7. The one we're on now.
Yeah, bro.
Because
knew
you were
it was
on
like-
just 2 random, like popped on 5 minutes and left. Even Carson did that once.
Yeah. I did that at the end of the Chris Lott one.
Yeah. So guys, hit those links that's in the description. I went over all this stuff, all this camping gear, Peyton. You need to go get you some camping gear. Go hit the links. If you want to get a LED like that, it's in the description. Tent lighting that's not here in the description. Also, y'all didn't see it, but I ordered some magnet locks for these drawers because the kids like to dive into them. I got fed up with it. I ordered, but it probably won't be here for another week because snowstorm. Lost signal design company. Carson
Listen,
Smith.
Churches, youth groups, anybody in
Rappers.
that kind of. Well, I'm speaking to a specific audience, but if you need some merch, if you need a T-shirt design, a hat design, a sign design, just a design in general, you need social media designs, cover art. I got you. Hit me up. We got some pretty sick art on the channel for put work in. I took pride in the Burden Society one. That's my best work yet, I feel like.
Yeah, it's fire. Burden Society, join the Discord. It's down there, bro. Come become a man. Become a better man.
No, you're definitely not one if you're not in Burden Society. I'll say it so you don't have to. I'll be the bad guy today. Yeah.
But, yeah.
Cancel
Burden Society Forge. Stay tuned for the next date. If you're interested in this one, hit me up. We have potentially some spots, but we're pretty much locked in with what we got. But if you really want to come, I might let you. If you
we got enough to make it happen right now.
Yeah, we making it happen.
It'll be the most rootin', tootin', shooting weekend you ever did have.
Yeehaw!
It's gonna be redneck.
No, but for real, it'll be
life changing.
If you think we're just gonna hang out by a campfire and sing "I'm a Good Person" songs all day, that's not what's gonna happen. You're gonna be challenged.
Saturday, I'm gonna yell at y'all and be like, "Y'all suck," and y'all gonna cry all night. And then Sunday, I'm gonna be like, it's gonna be like, "Hallelujah."
Yeah, this is a manhood revival.
Yeah.
This is masculinity, fire, and brimstone.
Yeah, I'm not really gonna do that, but Burn Society, Forge, Lost Signal, Grateful Apparel. My code's in the comments in the description, whatever it is. Dill the Young, Dylan McCullum, Peyton Franklin, Carson Smith.
Frankie, you gotta plug something, Brody.
Plug his book.
TBD.
That is, yeah.
Man fired his publisher.
Fired his editor, whatever he said.
I can't believe you remember that. I did.
Yeah.
I don't know if I got anything else to push, but y'all put your comments. Push them kids down, bro.
Yeah. Don't let them get too happy. It's not good for them.
Yeah, if they start smiling, just whack them.
Yeah.
Adversity. If they didn't grow up in adversity, you have to make it happen.
Yeah.
I mean, whatever you got to do. We appreciate y'all hanging in there. We'll see you guys next time. Peace out. A-Town.
Peace out.